Let's go back to L.A. and Katie.
Okay, Al, thank you very much. Well, his praise can send a contestant's hopes soaring. His insults can reduce a grown man or woman to tears. And tomorrow, American Idol's most feared judge, Simon Cowell, will be back to scrutinize and criticize 8 of the 32 semifinalists as they compete for a spot in the final 10. Simon, good morning again. Nice to see you.
Sorry, this has just fallen out.
Oh, that's okay.
I don't need it, do I?
No, you don't need it. You can put it behind you.
It looks great, though, doesn't it?
So yes, very attractive. So how's it going so far this year? I mean, how do you compare it to last year? Do you think the bar has been raised, or what?
Possibly. I think, you know, you always have an affection for last year's show. But funny enough, the show we taped on Saturday, which goes out on Tuesday, I actually got excited because I thought, you know what, this is going to be a more interesting top 10.
Why?
All shapes and sizes, more personalities, less stage school. And whereas I kind of had a feeling who could win last year, I'm looking at this show now thinking I haven't got a clue because there's 3 or 4 really good people. I would say the guys are better than the girls this year.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah.
we'll have to get their reaction to that in just a moment. Are you less concerned with physical appearance? I know you did tell one contestant that it would be smart for her to drop a few lbs, but are you sort of less concerned with packaging this year?
I mean, you take people for what they are, and we definitely decided to do that. In this particular case, there was a girl called Vanessa who had put on a ton of weight, and it just didn't suit her. And I thought, you know what? You're not looking great. So I thought I'd tell her, because I was trying to help her. I was being nice.
Meanwhile, the big controversy, I guess, so far this year, you know, is about Frenchie.
Yeah.
Right, Frenchie Davis. She was dropped because she posed for a internet porn site 4 years ago.
Yeah.
What did you think about the decision to let her go? I mean, hadn't one of the previous finalists been a stripper? So what's the difference, really?
You know what, Katie? I mean, I don't make the rules. They knew more than I did. I miss her because she was a great personality. But they probably knew more than I did.
Yeah, so you're okay with the ultimate decision?
And I think they were actually, funny enough, they actually said to me, I think they meant it, they were trying to look after her as well, because they said, you know what, if we pull you out now, it'll be less worse than if we keep you in, because if you win this competition, it's going to go nuts for you.
And supposedly they're going to help her with her career anyway, sort of? There's been some suggestion that they're going to help her?
Yeah, I might sign her.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you about the performers. Clearly, you intimidated them last year, but now they seem to be standing up to you, Simon, a little bit more. Let's take a look at a piece of tape, and then we'll talk some more.
Why do I sit with my legs?
Simon can just kiss my little tootie. I'm not gonna...
What do you think it is, Simon? What?
He sucks. He really sucks. I hate to cry because it's just a stupid show.
So, Simon, what do you think? I mean, apparently they're kind of sort of hitting back, aren't they, a bit?
Well, they should do. And actually, you know, this group will tell you that before we tape the show, I always say to them, look, you know, if you are criticised, don't just stand there and take it. Give it back, and I will respect you more if you have a go back at me rather than just, you know, thank you, Simon, for insulting me in front of 25 million people.
Meanwhile, as you're learning, Simon, fame has its ups and downs. The downside is you've hired 4 bodyguards. Is that true?
I am not.
That's what they say in the paper.
Oh, well, in which case I believe it. No, Katie, no. People love me here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So you're not concerned about somebody sort of trying to hurt you because of your insults?
I'm most afraid of the parents.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they can be a bit rough.
And the upside of fame, Simon, is that there's a bobbleheaded doll, bobblehead doll, that is named after you. And apparently you press the button and it says either you are the most boring person I've ever met or your performance was pathetic. Does this mean you've really made it to the big time, you think?
I don't know about that, but it's a fantastic gift, though. I mean, every home in America should have one.
Yeah, well, my daughter collects them, so will you send one to me?
100%. In fact, I'll give you one, Katie.
Oh, thank you, Simon. You won't make me pay for it? How sweet of you. Anyway, I wanted you to review my singing, but unfortunately, Simon, we're out of time.
We can always make time.
No, that's okay. Later, we're going to meet this week's 8 American Idol semifinalists. Meanwhile, up next, last night's Grammy Fashion Hits and Misses. But first, this is Today on NBC. The second season of American Idol is getting down to the nitty-gritty. 6 of the top 10 finalists have been chosen, and the next 8 wannabe Justins, Britneys, or Kelly Clarkson's will perform tomorrow night. But before they do that, they're joining us here in the studio. Juanita Barber, Sylvia Chibaliti, Corey Clark, Chip Days, Joshua Grayson, Ashley Hartman, Patrick Lake, and Nashika Seidel. Good morning and congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
So, are you having fun, you guys, with this?
Yeah.
Or
So much
are
fun.
you? Well, Juanita, let me start with you. I know that you have no formal singing training. Tell me why you wanted to take part in this whole thing.
Because this is my dream. I've been singing all my life, and this is something that I want to do for a career.
And I know that you sang in your audition "The Greatest Love," and let's take a listen.
Because the greatest love of all, it's happening to me. Learning to love yourself, it is
Now,
the
Juanita,
greatest
how nerve-wracking is it? You're singing a cappella, and one thing that I've noticed that you guys have so much self-confidence. You're all really young. You haven't performed probably on national television before this experience. How do you keep your cool?
Well, I didn't keep my cool, but, you know, I guess it just seemed like I was keeping my cool, but inside I was probably like having a heart attack.
Meanwhile, Sylvia, I know you don't have any formal training. You have a baby at home.
Yes, I do.
And why did you want to be a part of this?
Oh my gosh, it's been my dream. Singing is my life, you know, and there was an opportunity and I walked through that door and now I'm here.
Well,
I'm having
let's
fun.
hear you singing Didn't We Almost Have It All from your audition.
We almost have it all. The nights we held until the morning. The ride with you was worth the fall, my friend.
They're the judges. They look like they're liking you. Meanwhile, Simon's like a bad rash this morning that won't go away.
He's a deep, dark.
He's hanging around. What was the experience like for you?
It was so scary. It looked like Simon didn't want to give me a chance, but I would not let me go home. I was like, I actually sang 2 songs. My first song, he was like, that is not singing. Again, trying to embarrass me.
What do you think of his honesty? I mean, obviously when you're the target, it's not that refreshing. But on the other
No, it's
hand, do you
not.
appreciate the fact that he tells it to you straight?
No.
You'd rather he lie a little bit?
No, it's not that. I don't know. He's just so scary.
Yeah.
He's so scary.
Well, I think you can handle him, Sylvia. Meanwhile, Corey Clark, you've been singing since you're 11 years old, but you had an embarrassing moment when you sang with your group at school. What happened?
Oh man, I had called this girl out of the audience to try to sing to her, and basically when she got down there, I did not know what to do, so I just kind of like whispered in her ear. I was like, will you please just stand here and let me finish the song? She was like, anyways, and turned around and walked off. I was like, oh, so I just looked like big fat jerk right there, so
Oh,
it
well.
was pretty embarrassing.
Better luck on American Idol,
Yeah, I
right,
know.
Corey? And meanwhile, Chip, I know that you have said that your favorite female artist is Paula Abdul. Is that true? Or are you just like are you the Eddie Haskell of the competition? You probably are too young to remember Leave It to Beaver, but he was the one that was always sucking up to Mrs. Cleaver.
Well, no,
Okay.
no comment. No comment. Well, no, you know, she's a great artist. I think. You know, I'm not really sucking up. You know, I wouldn't say I'm sucking up.
All right, now let me move on then. I'll let you off the hook. You sang your favorite song in the audition, which is Ribbon in the Sky by Stevie Wonder. Let's take a listen and then we'll talk about it.
And a star would guide you my way to share with me this special day.
Were you a little bit nervous
There's a
singing a Stevie Wonder
ribbon
song?
in
Because,
the
I mean, it's a tough
sky
song to sing. And
Oh, yeah, you know. I think more than anything, you know, I caught a lot of flack about the mechanics. Like I overdid the song or something. But you know, it was cool.
I think
It
you
was
sounded good, and I like the arm motions.
Yeah,
And I
you
thought
know,
they were
it's-
very
it's-
dramatic. Anyway, all right, we have to keep moving. Joshua, you're from Westland, Michigan.
Yes.
You're stationed at Camp Pendleton.
Yes.
Now, what happens if the Marines say to you, time to ship out?
Time to go.
Really?
Marine first. I signed up for that, and that's what I'm there for. That's who I am.
Meanwhile, is everybody at Camp Pendleton cheering you on? They must be pretty psyched during this competition, are they?
Everybody's behind me. Marines watch each other's backs. That's just the way it goes.
And Ashley Hartman, you're 17 years old from Orange County, California.
Yes, I'm a youngin'.
Does anybody say, hey, you're too young to be an American Idol? You're just a baby.
Yeah, but it's such awesome experience with all these talented people. You just learn so much every day.
Meanwhile, you forgot the lyrics twice during your audition. Is that true? Have you been studying
to bring that up.
I'm sorry. Well, that means that you're better study before you
Exactly.
keep on going with this.
Yeah, nerves get to you.
And meanwhile, Patrick Lane from Athens, Georgia. I know you grew up in Connecticut, and a lot of your friends don't even know that you sing. Are they surprised to see you on American Idol?
I think so. I would think so. I mean, they're like, that guy, he sings?
All right. And finally,
he's on
I want to
television.
just ask
That's
Nashika
crazy.
Seidel, what are you going to be singing tomorrow night?
I'm going to be singing Open Up My Heart by Yolanda Adams.
Well, I wish you all the best of luck. You're so nice to come in at this early hour and talk with us, and have a great time at the show, and good luck.
Thank you.
Whatever
Thank you.
happens.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in a moment. This is Today on NBC.